It just see what it sounds like. So I'm getting one hell of a response from the microphone. Getting a lot out of it, but I'm trying to use my wireless, and my wireless don't want to work right. I got to figure that out, I guess. It should seem like it should work. But it's not, so we got to look for an alternative. We got to look for an alternative to it. Well, that's my integrated camera. This has problems with lighting adjustments. That's that camera. What does it sound like? How does that sound? That sound better. Now I'm using the wireless microphone. Now I'm using the wireless microphone that I think I get pretty good sound on. And I listen to podcasts, and they use the good mics, the big Shure mic. I got a Shure mic, condenser microphone. And the quality is good. Quality is definitely better. There's no doubt about that. The quality is definitely better. But is it worth it? I mean, is it worth, having the limitation of using a microphone or being wireless? I mean, for the price. I pay like $90 for this thing I'm using. I'm gonna add another camera. So I added another camera, but you can see the backlight is killing me. But I need a backlight because not enough light in the room. So that's a good shot. That's just a good shot. That's my number one camera. That's the number one at home. 120-degree wide angle. That's why you see so much of the room. Then if I go to this camera, see, that's the normal size. Wait a minute, that's not even correct. Something weird is going on because this is supposed to fit the 16:9 window, and it's not. See, if I come up here and go like that, for some reason, and I'm telling that camera to go 16:9 ratio, but it's not. Anyhow, blah, blah, blah. Happy Friday. I made it to Friday. I feel pretty good. I am looking forward to the weekend. As you can see, I'm not in my normal facilities. This camera, the exposure on it. Can I just expose it? Backlight is killing me. I don't care. Backlight is killing me. Oops. There's a little bit of dirt on the screen. And I went to move it. And this is a touch screen. So it actually moved the picture that I was touching. Look at it. That's the best shot. That's a good shot. Should I get another camera? I got 5 minutes before I need to clock in. I want to hook up another camera. So just be quiet. I do. All right, I got 4 minutes, but I want to have some fun. This is my Mevo camera. I paid $300 a piece for these cameras, and I got 3 of them. I'm proud of that price. I'm not bragging that I got the money, but I'm proud that I invested that much in some equipment. That's what I'm proud of. I'm not proud of I got, money. It's the fact that I got the money. I'm proud that I actually invested. And here's what happens. See this camera? Watch this. I'm going to cut it on. You hear it come on, right? I'm at a different house. I'm at my mother's house. But this thing already knows. See, we're going to see when that light turned red. If that light turned red, that means it's working. I'm at my mother's house. I come here and I just turn the camera on. It already knows how to find the Wi-Fi. It knows how to connect, and it should connect. Not yet. I just want to see how good, if it'll connect to what it's supposed to. Because it should, even though I have on the VPN, I think it should have connected. Oh, this is the J22. This camera be acting weird sometimes. But I'm going to turn the VPN off. That might have something to do with it. I'm turn the VPN on. All right. Did it connect? Not yet. But see, this camera has been having problems lately. I have to admit. This camera has been having problems. And it still didn't connect yet. All right, I turned the VPN off of the laptop, and I just turned this one off. All right. You hear it cut off, and I'm going to cut it back on. I'm going to cut it back on. All right. And then while it's cutting back on, so I turn the VPN on. So this is going to connect to my mother's internet. It's already programmed. I've told it knows how to do that already. And it should, that light on the front should turn red. But this camera's been being weird. Now this one is the other $300 camera. I brought 2 of the 3 with me. And so let's see. Nope. See, that should at least turn green, and it's not. So watch this one. I'm gonna turn this one on. All right, we cut this one on. And you can see it's bleep, bleep, bleeping. Then it's gonna turn green and it should turn red. I think this is gonna work right. All right. See, it turns solid white. All right. You see it's bleeping green. And you ain't gonna connect for me, baby. You ain't gonna do it for me. You ain't gonna do it for me. See, and it went red. See that? That's how it's supposed to work. Now I should be able to go to here. What camera is it? 6. I should be able to hit this number right here. Boom. And that's the camera. See, that's how easy it should work. That's how it's supposed to work. I don't know what happened with the with this one. This one is just it's just, I don't know if I'm going to, get it repaired or what's going on, but I can get it to work. I can get it to work, but it doesn't work as easy as this one. See, this one just cut on, boop, 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 and it connected itself and it went right to it. So I'll just use this one for now. How about that? I had to punch in, so I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So now I'll take this camera and I put it on this tripod. This is the tripod I got. My sister gave me a selfie stick. I mean, what's it called? My sister be giving out people be giving out. The art of giving out gifts is an art form. Because my niece was really good at getting gifts for people for Christmas. I mean, and the Dane was too. The Dane got me a gift. I mean, it was so good, it blew my mind. It was like how to think of it and to know it and to pull the trigger and to some people just know how to give out gifts. It's an art. You just don't go out and buy something. I guess you can almost say it takes study. People study and they look around and they remember. What does that look like? It's crooked. All right, let's just see. That's gonna be high, but I don't care. Watch. Told you it's gonna be high. Should I angle it down or should I bring it down? Let's see if I can bring it down. So, yeah, I can. Okay. How's that? It's still a little high, but that's okay. No, it's not. Better. Now it's gonna be too low, but I don't care. Yeah, see, that's the way I like it. Well, I can put my clothes on. Huh? Had my breakfast. I had cream cheese, Swiss cheese, and a couple of high-ho crackers. And during getting my high-ho crackers, I was thinking how much more I like saltines. See, I can also use this as a clip. I can take this camera, it screws on here like that, and then I can clip this anywhere and move it and turn it around and, just clip it on there. And I put paper on here so it didn't damage, so it wouldn't damage my daughter's moldings and, stuff that I clipped it on. Because she is aware. She's actually aware. She can smell an ant from 10 miles away. And she hear you blink. You be in the room, she'd be like, you blink too loud. But in saying that, I was going to also say, I don't use soap. I don't use soap or body gel. I haven't used soap or body gel maybe this year. I don't use soap or body gel. I just rinse and wipe off. And it may be every 2-3 months or something, something go down. Not like a date or nothing, because I don't do that. But, if something big and I just want to, kind of get really ultra cleaned up or whatever, I'll use some sour gel without paste. But, oh, I'm working now. All right, I got to work, y'all. I got to do some work. I got to do some work. I got to do some work. Yeah, I'm starting to focus. See, and that's how I'm gonna start. I love messing with my cameras. First of all, I love messing with my cameras. I love, doing this. This is what I really love to do. And I noticed that during work, I start work off slow, kind of, allow myself to be distracted and just kind of get into the flow of things. And as I get into the flow of things, I pick up traction and I do a lot better. And it seems to take pressure off me or whatever. And work isn't so miserable. But I did notice too, for 2, 3, maybe 4, 3 out of days, 4 out of, and especially definitely 3 days out of this week, I was at a point when I first started working where it was almost unbearable. It was just almost unbearable. I was like, I'll quit. I don't care what happens to me. I just don't want to stand it. I just don't want to do this right now. I just can't. And it felt like I can't do this no more. I can't do this more. I mean, I got dramatic and immersed in it, and it probably, took over and, got really, really deep into it. But, and then it wore off. And then the day got it, whatever, started to get a little traction, started knocking out tickets, and it felt a lot better. And the next thing you know, I was, now it could be the knockoff CVS Excedrin that I take with the caffeine. And also, too, full disclosure, I got to figure out what's going on with these headaches or tension. It feels like muscle tension, to tell the truth. It feels like muscle tension in the back of my neck and up through here, that I can feel it up in my sinuses and stuff. And I know if I go to the doctor and tell them that, they just gonna not blow me off, but they're gonna be like, So I know when I go to the doctor, I gotta come there. I gotta go there with a plan, an idea of what I want, what I think it is, or something. You just can't walk up there and say, because they'll say, all right, that hurts, don't do that. Or they say, all right, smoking like a man, stop doing that. You're doing this, stop doing that. They really don't. At least a general practitioner, but they can refer you to somebody where you can, get some stuff. So I just want to build up a good case or a good scenario, or, go there and say, look, I'm figuring this out. I did this, I did this. I want some action. I want action right now. See, this is still white. I gotta get it to connect. I gotta figure out what's going on with him. Anyhow, but what I was saying was, I forgot. Oh, that I just felt like not, being here. I mean, very, very strongly, to where, like, whatever you want to do to me, I don't care. I just, I don't be here. If I got to sleep on a bridge, if I have to die tomorrow, I'll take that. As long as I ain't got to come here and do this, you know. And, of course, it was unrealistic and it was dramatic, but that was the kind of sentiment that I had. And then it wore off. Then as the day went on, I felt better and I was, knocking out tickets and, getting things done. So we'll see if that's going to happen today. I gotta go brush my teeth. I'll be back. I guess technically you can come with me to brush my teeth. How about that? Let's try that. Let's see. Because it's the only thing I'm worried about is if the microphone to stay connected. I wonder if the microphone to stay connected, because it has its own connection. It has its own connection. And but the camera uses Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi is, good all through the house. I've done this before. I brought this down here, but the only thing I can't see what I'm looking at. But I probably could fix it so that I could, but I'm pretty sure you got a good look at what's going on here. First of all, let me put my clothes on. Oh, I can't put my clothes on because the microphone is goes under my shirt. This is my little travel bag. Travel bag that I take with me when I travel. It's fun. I travel so much that I put that in there backwards. I put a toothbrush in this little case backwards, and it squeezes the brushes together. Mm-hmm. 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 I definitely need to brush my teeth more. See, I'm supposed to put it in this way, and it doesn't squeeze the brushes together. I need to definitely brush my teeth more. There's no doubt about that. Mm-hmm. 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 I don't know. Yeah, I think I do got OBS blade on this. I could have paused it. I could have paused. I could have paused the. I could have paused the camera when I did some of that stuff with OBS blade because I have control of OBS Studio on my phone to a large degree. Put that in there like that. See how it's gonna work. Oh, there's the microphone. Put the microphone back on. Now I gotta put it on outside my shirt. That's the only thing. And I don't usually like wearing it outside my shirt, but hey, you know, such is life. Such is life. Here we go. Let's go back to work now. Let's go back to work now. Yes. Hmm? What about him? Oh yeah. Da 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 da. She said in the refrigerator. You know how I know they're already in here? Because I had some for breakfast already. So you just stay quiet. You don't say I know, you know, but you just, you know, let the things happen as they do. Three.
Oh, who had been publicly humiliated, who could have demanded blood, and instead chose to focus on systemic change.
There you go. You're welcome. I'm going to go work now. Time for work. Time to do my job, which I feel a lot better about. Time to do my job, which I feel a lot better about now. Woo. See, now I can even turn this to be like a selfie stick and walk this way. Walk this way. Dog this way. Here's the room. Here's what the room looks like. I did laundry. As soon as I pull into the garage, before I do anything, I put laundry right there in the wash machine. And then come in the house and set up my computer. And then, you know, first thing I do, make sure I can do my job. I want to make sure I can do my job tomorrow morning. I don't have to worry about that. So, you know, where do you? Okay, 12, 13. All right.